All right, let's jump right into it. Today we're talking about a technology that isn't some far-off dream. It's here, right now, and it's completely changing one of the biggest industries on the planet. We're talking about AI agents in finance.
And this isn't science fiction. Seriously, just imagine having a coworker who works 24/7, never gets tired, and handles all the boring, repetitive stuff with perfect accuracy. Well, that's exactly what AI agents are starting to do in finance departments, and it's changing how work gets done, period.
And the financial impact? It's just, wow. We're talking about the power to cut the costs of everyday tasks, data entry, processing payments, by up to 90%. That's not just a small improvement. That's a total game changer that makes every single CFO sit up and pay attention.
And believe me, this isn't some small niche trend. It's a gold rush. The market for these AI agents is set to explode from around $7 billion to, get this, over $47 billion in just 5 years. That kind of growth tells you something huge is happening, and finance is right at the center of the explosion.
So what is an AI agent really? Think of it like this. It's a smart piece of software that can see what's happening, like a new bill arriving in an inbox. Then it thinks about it. It analyzes the bill and checks it against a purchase order. And then it acts on it by scheduling the payment. And the kicker? It does all of this on its own, without you having to click a single button.
So yeah, this isn't just theory. Let's dig into how this tech is already up and running in the real world right now.
These agents are popping up everywhere, but we're going to focus on 4 really big areas: paying bills, fighting fraud, predicting a company's financial future, and even the way you get customer support.
First up, paying the bills. Every finance department has a mountain of invoices. Well, AI agents are designed to just tear through that mountain. They grab the invoice data, match it up, get it approved, and schedule the payment. They're turning a slow, manual headache into a smooth, automated process.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The folks in charge are seeing it too. A recent survey showed that 63% of chief financial officers say AI has made their payment systems way, way easier. That's a huge vote of confidence. It proves these tools are actually working. Okay, next up, security. This is where AI agents become kind of like digital detectives. They can scan millions of transactions in real time, hunting for weird patterns and sketchy activity that a person would almost certainly miss. They're basically stopping crime before it even happens.
And get this, it's become the standard almost overnight. Practically every bank, we're talking 99% of them, is now using AI to fight fraud. It's not a special feature anymore, it's just the cost of doing business. And almost all of them see it as a complete revolution in keeping our money safe.
Now let's move to something we've all dealt with: customer support. We've all talked to chatbots, right? Well, they're getting incredibly smart. In finance, these AI agents are online 24/7, answering questions about your account balance, helping with transfers, providing that instant help we all expect now.
And these bots are getting really, really good at their jobs. A modern AI can already solve up to 90% of common customer problems all by itself. That's a massive load off the human support teams, freeing them up to handle the really tricky stuff where a human touch is needed. Okay, so we've seen what these agents do, but what's the real bottom line? Let's talk about the incredible upside this brings to a company.
When you put a human workflow next to an AI agent, it's not even a fair fight. It's not just about raw speed. It's about taking a process where people get tired and make mistakes and replacing it with one that has machine-like precision. And when your business grows, you don't have to hire and train more people. You just add more computing power. It completely rewrites the rules of how you operate.
And to put a real number on that speed, think about processing documents. In one company, AI cut the time it took by over 90%. A task that took a human 7 minutes to do for each file was suddenly getting done in under 30 seconds. That is just a mind-blowing leap in efficiency. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You can't just flip a switch. Bringing this kind of tech into a super-regulated industry like finance comes with some serious challenges and, some hidden dangers.
And this right here is the biggest hurdle. A massive 78% of leaders admit they don't fully trust these AI agents to make the right decision all by themselves. That fear of letting go, of losing human control,
It's a huge barrier.
And that distrust, it doesn't come from nowhere. It's rooted in real problems. Your data has to be perfect, which it rarely is. You have to deal with a jungle of government regulations. You've got employees who are resistant to change. And then there's the big one, the ethical nightmare of algorithmic bias.
And this gets to the absolute core of the problem. These AIs learn from the data we give them. So if our past data has biases baked into it, and it usually does, the AI can learn those biases and make them even worse. So how do you stop an AI from, say, unfairly denying loans to people from a certain zip code? That's the billion-dollar question everyone is trying to answer.
But even with these huge challenges, the train has already left the station. The momentum is just undeniable. So let's peer over the horizon and see what our financial future looks like with AI in the driver's seat.
You can kind of see the path this is on. Right now, we have agents that do one specific job. Soon, we'll see them linked together, like a single digital risk officer that watches over everything at once. But the real endgame? A personal AI financial advisor for every single one of us.
What we're really heading toward is something called hyper-automation. This is where AI agents don't just do one step in a process, they run the entire process from beginning to end. The role of humans will shift from doing the work to just handling the weird exceptions the AI can't figure out. That is a fundamental change to what an office job even is.
And that's what this all boils down to. This tech isn't just for Wall Street and giant corporations anymore. The same power is coming to your phone. A personal AI to manage your savings, your investments, your bills. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. So the real question is, are you ready for it?